Yo, what's going on? I made it to episode 8, but every time you see episode, is something new. So I'm about to show you something new. Uh, Just a reminder, this is not for you to disrespect the lifestyle or if you have any complaints to air it out here. We are here for a good time, show people who you truly are, and share some stories. Please remember that. And again, let's enjoy the show. Had to put that on there. But before I bring my guests out, one of my brothers from the far north to I think now he's in the west coast of Cali. Must do this because I've been feeling it all day, and I must. This is the first time, hopefully not the last time, but I must say this. Uh, Sugar, we will miss you. Rest in peace. And I love you. And now, as hard as that was all day for me, let's go to something that I've been waiting to do. Introduce my brother, DJ Blaque. What's going on, man?
What's good, big dog?
Wait. Does that shirt say adulting?
Adulting?
Oh, yeah. 1-star rating, sir. 1-star rating. So, bro, what's going on with you, man? I haven't seen you in a minute.
I've been a little bit off the grid. Life, ups and downs. Like you said, first off, hey, why the disclaimer got to be with me? Like,
hey.
I was like, oh, we just gonna throw on Black get on camera, huh?
No, listen, man, they got on me. You know, my last guest was Aftermath. So I was like, you know what? I don't think people know. That's actually him calming down. So, but hey, don't worry. It's gonna be something new next episode. So it's all good.
I had somebody with a lot of respect in Cali and some power, some pull, text me like not too long ago. Was like, "Don't get your ass on that podcast, showing your ass." And I was like, "Never. That's not what it's about." So first off, I'm blessed and humble to be honest. Like, I know you've been going with this idea of back and forth for a hot minute, and
yeah,
I'm glad to see that you were able to get it off the ground and you're able to commit to it and just get it done. So much respect, for that. You do a lot for the culture, man. With your designs, being on the Fallen Soldiers team, shout out to Sugar and her chapter. I did see that. We just got another one not too long ago. I think came through yesterday. Or Fallen Soldier. I can't remember his name. There's just so many that are coming through in any time. One, it hurts my heart, man. Like to see that we losing brothers and sisters all the time. Just recently in Washington for Marysville and the Blasians. And so, yeah. Needless to say that. Yeah. So I'm just here,
Yeah.
Here, let's hang on one second.
All right.
Hey, hero.
It's a first for every time in this podcast. So, we got the same problem. My dog was back there barking his ass off. Thank God my wife went down there.
Get your ass over here right now.
But so let's begin. And the first question that I always ask is this one: how did your journey begin in the lifestyle?
Okay, so that's a good one. So I started. So Alaska was founded because originally I'm from Farthest North chapter. They were founded in 2015. 2016, a good friend of mine who's a line brother who's no longer a Rough Rider. He was like, hey, Rough Riders are in Alaska. We both ride. And what do you think about prospecting for them? And I was like, I don't know. Because every other club is trying to pick this up. They try to get us. Yep, that's it right there. His name's Byrne. He went by Byrne. So Damn, I was fat in that photo, dude.
Hey, look how far you have come, brother. Carry on.
You're like, how you get skinnier and lighter? I don't know, bro. It just happened. But no, Vern was like, I met this Rough Rider. He's serious about it. Let's go talk to him. And so the biggest thing when we signed up was I went over to him and was like, hey, I'm nobody's, excuse my language, I'm nobody's bitch. I'm a grown ass man. I pay bills. I don't want to be treated like dirt. And the first thing he was like, that's not how we do things. And I was like, what do you mean that's not how we do things? And he was like, we care about our prospects. So that was the first sell. So in 2016, in March, we got on the line. There was 4 of us. Me, Burn, we have a treble, and then we have Pitbull, who's now part of Florida.
Yeah. Shout out to Pitt. I saw him not that long ago.
He's doing his damn thing as a PM. Like, I'm damn proud of him and his prospects. But no, so we got online and yeah, it was a little over 90 days. And so, and only because Alaska was a small chapter, and they needed riders, and we rode, and since then, like I said, it was mid-June 2016, and I got vested, and actually, we didn't get a chance to have an official ceremony, but I got vested before I ended up going to Vegas and visiting Vegas and their chapter, and then they took me to another set annual bike night. And just then, it's been a great journey since 2016. Yep.
Look at that man right there,
dude.
Man, look at that vest was shiny. That's not the flashy. That's the shine of that vest. That's a brand new vest.
It's a brand new vest, bro. And so when I got it, like, winter comes around real quick in Alaska. So a lot of it, I didn't even get to ride. Like, I was just with a vest without being able to ride for a hot minute. Like, and then, my first annual that I rode was Tri-City, Arizona. I flew into Vegas. That was my very first annual Rough Riders that I went to, and that was in 2017. And so that was the first time I ever got to ride we rode from state to state. And dude went and got old pictures. I don't even know how you got some of these pictures. I ain't even on Facebook no more.
Hey man, listen, man, I'll find a way. I'll find a way.
Murph give me photos. I gotta mess him up, bro, because that's like the only person that might have access to some of them photos. Like,
you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how I got those 2 photos. Your Instagram, bro.
Oh, okay.
You still got Instagram.
I still got Instagram. You right?
Yes, you do. So, you pretty much said what introduced you, what attract you to to Rough Riders. But tell us, what was your first bike when you started, and what you ride now?
So my first bike was a Gixxer 650 that barely run. It was carbureted. I bought it in the middle of winter from a kid, and I put a little work into it and ended up getting to ride it like one time. Then I met somebody who was like, yeah, I can fix bikes. And so I trusted the guy, and he got me for it. And so then, yeah, it was like a 98. Like, it was old as hell. Barely running. Bearings were busted.
That's not it, though.
No, that's not it. That's 14. That's a big bird nice right there.
I get you. I get you. If I find it, I'm gonna put it on you.
So that was my first official bike. My first official real bike riding was a 2004 ZZR 600 Kawasaki, and it was red. Nice. It's a mix between a touring and a street bike, but it's more of the street bike, but you sit up a little bit higher than you would. So, and I was 400 pounds pushing on that bike and getting it, and I remember so the girl I was dating at the time, she got me an Abate membership to go take the class, 3-day motorcycle class. And then my best friend at the time, she knew I really wanted a bike and knew about my situation. She was like, find a bike within reason. With your down payment, I'll finance it for you. Just pay the bill, and we'll get it. So shout out to my homegirl Kirsty, because she's been down for a long time, bro. She's seen me through my journey. She saw me as Black before Black was DJ Blaque, Rough Rider Black, when I had just started being Black, which is nice.
I got you.
And so yeah, so that was my first bike. And then since then, you know, I got the ZX14, which you see. I reckoned that in 2018, 2019, wrecked
Okay.
December 2019. End up taking it to California. My sergeant / brother sleeper, he rebuilt it for me.
Nice.
And so it's now rideable again. I ride it from time to time. I have my Harley Street Light Special that's in California.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm double riding it, and then I got a little Kawasaki 300 that I learned. We got to teach somebody else how to ride. So
Okay.
I got a little 300. I popped top wheelie on before or not. So.
Nice. So you know what? I don't got the question on, but I'm gonna ask you this one. So because I met you off of Facebook, of course, with my designs and all that. He was still with Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
So what made was the transfer difficult from Alaska to Cali?
Yeah,
or
it was.
Was it like a different environment, different situation?
So what it was numerous things. The reason why I left Alaska, one of the biggest ones was I grew up in Alaska, and I would go to these annuals. I would go on these trips. I would enjoy real food, real lifestyle, just real outdoors. And I go back home in Alaska. I'm like, damn, dude, we ain't even got none of this shit. Like, we ain't got no Chick-fil-A.
Oh man,
bruh. They just got Raising Cane. Like Raising Cane's has just came in like in the last 5 years, and they think that's heaven, and that shit is trash. Like, sorry.
Wow.
You know Raising Cane's? You like nasty ass chicken with obey spice on it and milky ass ketchup ranch dip, whatever the fuck it is. My wife at the time was like, you know, you need to change. I understand that, you know, Alaska's killing you. She was like, you have the opportunity to move to California. You know, I can't go right now. We'll look at it. You know, go down there, do some stuff. We'll give it a year. We'll reevaluate it. We'll go from there. So all of a sudden, January 2020 came around, and I was like, fuck this, I'm out of here. So packed up March 1st, 2020, rolled out of Alaska, got to California March 6th, 2020. And then boom, next week, COVID shut everything down.
Damn, right when you about to enjoy life.
I bought a Harley. I had a job. The job was like, well, COVID, we're not going to start anybody, but bought the Harley. Harley was like, oh, deferred payments until whenever. So literally, I was just riding Harley, just hustling, hanging out, meeting people, riding all over, just ground pounding.
Wow, damn! Right, as soon as life about to get good, then COVID just said,
COVID everything down, and it took a while to recovery. I mean, because you also got to realize, so by trade, I'm a substance abuse and mental health counselor. So that's my by trade day job. Then I'm also a DJ. So not only was I losing, you know, I had gone on unemployment for a long time, like, and unemployment was barely paying the bills. Like, thank God Harley was deferring payments. Thank God, you know, the truck payment was getting deferred, and so. You know,
wait, do you still got this big boy right here?
So I don't. I have something a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Height wise, it's not as tall, but it's bigger. That is a 2016 Ram 2500, 6-inch lift with 37s on it.
Woo.
My new truck is a 2019 2500 Mega Cab with a 2-inch lift on it and 37s. So.
All right.
That bad boy, and unfortunately, I keep screwing myself and getting the biggest unleaded motor Dodge makes, and so
that's because that's what you like, bro. You just can't help it, you know.
Honestly, you know what? And the crazy thing is the way that the economy was going when I decided to trade in, they were like, a diesel is going to cost you an extra 15 to 20 grand, and I was like, that's an extra 15, 20 grand that I ain't got, so I'm not doing it.
Wow.
But yeah, that is actually my baby, and the funny thing is. When I sold that to the dealership or when I traded it in, I told them, which I got to follow up on that because I popped them for copyright infringement. I was like, hey, you have to take these stickers off, these decals off before you sell this truck. I said, that is a trademark and I'll send a cease and desist letter. sure enough, I get a friend text me, "Yo, I see your truck driving in such and such," and I'm like, "That ain't me no more." And I was like, "You got the Rough Rider stickers on it." I was like, "I don't know if that fool thinks it's a Rough Rider package or something, but that's not what it is." And so I had to send them a cease and desist letter and was like, "Yo, that's a trademark.
Right.
Don't make me send this up to Wad. Don't have Wad come after you because he gonna want advertising." But no, it was that was a beautiful truck. I love that truck. And I love my new truck. So yeah.
So another question, since I said I talk about your toys, it was one toy that you had my attention on. I don't think you remember. You did a live, and you had this. I think it was was it
snow machine?
Snow machine. What?
Snow
I was
machine.
like, yo, what is going on up there? Y'all about to start the vision up there. So, but you don't have that, do you? You still have that, do you?
Yeah.
You still do?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So when I'm not in Alaska, I keep them parked at a good reliable sources and trustworthy person's house. But yeah, and I got to ride a little bit this winter. I had my shoulder repaired again for the third time, so it would have. Yeah, dude, it's rotator cuff is the worst surgery ever you can have. Like, if you have to have it, you got to find a damn good doctor because the doctor I had the first 2 times did not do. Yeah, right. Yeah. I can.
Yeah, right. I can go up.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that when I that's why as I do my workout, I don't do the regular pose. I do this because I'm not trying to lift it up. I can't throw a football past fucking 30 yards no more. It's I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
Oh my gosh. So yeah. So I got to ride a little bit last winter, but nah.
Since you know what, I go with that. DJ Blaque. So I've seen a lot of your pictures, a lot of your videos, your DJs and stuff. But there's something else I think a lot of people need to know, that you also got a little gig with the Rough Rider Radio.
Yep.
How did that come out? How did that come up to?
So that actually happened at the very first was it Phoenix Annual? It was the Phoenix Annual when I met Ms. Imbo. And she found out I was a Rough Rider. She found out I was a DJ and was like, "Hey, we have Rough Rider Radio." She gave me the info. I submitted a mix, and my mixes I try to do different. I play all genres. I play hip hop. I play top 40. I play EDM, country. I just play it all. And so I sent her a mix, and we went from there. And it's nice to be able to promote the brand, and to hear some of the other DJs that are It gives you an opportunity to see what your brothers and sisters are doing, and shout out to all the Rough Rider Radio DJs because we got a lot,
Yeah.
Quiet Storm, Super G1 Nova, Most Wanted. Man, I'm forgetting. There's so many of us in the group. Like,
it's hard to catch like the rotation, and then you get it. Next DJ coming. So yes, download the app, people.
Download it. And support Rough Rider DJs. And one of the big things I will say is that annuals, like, I know we all got our like neighborhood market DJ, but if you got a Rough Rider DJ that's coming to your annual, put them on. At least get them a set. Like, I've had places. Shout out to Tri City. I think Hawaii's even trying because I'm going to Hawaii. Hawaii's annual. Me. It ain't all about me. It ain't all about let me get like a 10-15 minute set. If you got your like, hey, we bringing in a DJ, he just want to get some exposure because we were the best too. And so that's one of the biggest things I argue with every chapter when hey, who's DJing your event? Oh, we got such and such from such and such clubs. Like, well, why don't you ever find out if any of your members who are actually coming are a DJ? Because maybe they could use that exposure, versus you have 500 Rough Riders who are coming from out of state who's going to see this one guy that they're not going to know, but then they're going to see, Rough Rider Most Wanted who is a DJ and does travel and does go to annuals, and then they're going to encourage, other chapters to book them. So that's one of my biggest, I won't say it's a pet peeve, but that's one thing that I'm always preaching about. Like, if you really support your brothers and sisters, find out if they come to your annual, come out of pocket the exact same amount that you can come out of pocket for that other DJ. Don't be cheap, people. Pay your DJ. We hate not getting paid. I'm just saying.
Right. This ain't for free, people.
Right.
Especially if y'all bringing y'all equipment out. Listen, my brother, I think I helped him a couple of times with bringing his equipment. And I was like, man, you messed up my damn car. Bring all this shit. Goddamn. But it's hard work being a DJ, bro. I mean, it's not just
push play, and it's
yeah,
and it's just just bringing songs together. I'm like, dude, you gotta learn how to beat match. You got to read different fucking musical keys.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know where the 808 versus the acapellas come in. Like it's a study itself. Like, and I tell people, if you think you can do it, hey, step up here and try. Like I literally will step back and gone up there. Let me give you 2 songs to blend together. Oh, yeah, I've done it before. Let me give you 2 songs.
Man.
Let's see how you do. And when you train wreck, I'm just gonna shut you down. Like,
wow.
And so
that's some. You know what? Go ahead.
No, yeah, I mean, honestly, and that's how I learned. Like, I had one of my mentors, my Yoda, was like, "Hey," he's like, "the only way you're gonna learn how to do this is if you go straight into it." He was like, "So we're in a packed club, not necessarily packed, but I mean, there's like 50 people on the dance floor." He's like, "Get up here, go." I was like, "I don't know, bro." Like, no, you think you can do it? Go on and do it. So I got up there, and it was definitely a little different. Like I train wrecked. I'm not even gonna front on it, but at the end of the day, it gave me the experience that I needed.
I was about to say it was a lesson learned,
a super lesson learned.
So since you rung up that, my question is, who is or was your mentor, and do you admire them most in the Rough Riders?
Oh, you know what? That's a good question. It ain't just one person.
Okay.
It's several people, and you have to kind of look at what they've done, their journey, what they've brought to the culture. So I'm gonna throw like 3 or 4 names out. And they're not all gonna be North American Rough Riders. So one of the biggest people that I want to give a shout out to is Einstein from Europe. He's actually from Italy, Silverbacks. He so 2018 I went to Germany for their annual, and we were in Amsterdam. First time I had met any of them, and shout out to Graf, their chapter took care of me, dude. Like literally they were like, hey, this is where get on a plane, I had to rent a car, they're like, meet us here, you could pay your fee. We're gonna take they took 2 big buses, and we drove to Amsterdam for the annual. So Connects, it was really all her and her chapter. They really extended it, and so that's how I got to meet Einstein. And he's like, his name's got a lot of knowledge. He really takes pride in his country, in the lifestyle. So everybody knows that I did a coin, and several other people did a version of a coin. And so,
trust me, I still got my business decision,
bruh. Everybody asked me for that coin. Like, I'm like, dude, there's like 2 people, 4 people that got that coin. I'm trying to get it back from them because they don't want it nor deserve it anymore. Like, I'm just like, I ain't even got one. I gave my last one away to I want to say it was Spartan when he was in Dub K, but now he's in High Desert now. So I think he got the very last coin that I had. But no, so Einstein, he made a coin to recognize certain members in Europe and all of Europe for their hard work and their dedication. And it's dope. I mean, it's dope. Like, and they're all individually numbered, and he knows what number you are, why he gave it to you. I have one. Unfortunately, it's not in my possession, but it hopefully will be here within the next, 4 or 6 months.
Okay.
Worse.
Don't say that, because it happens.
It happens. Like, but no. So he was a real big influence, and was always like, hey, if you ever need some knowledge, please don't hesitate to reach out. So that's one of the number ones. Number 2, I would say Solo from San Diego, California State Sergeant at Arms. He's a very knowledgeable guy. He's been doing this for a long time. We're both originally, so I'm from Wisconsin. I was born in Milwaukee. So when Milwaukee had a chapter, he was part of Milwaukee's chapter, and was State Sergeant at Arms in Wisconsin. He's got a lot of great knowledge, and is definitely a person. If I had to re-prospect again, I would love to re-prospect under him.
Okay. Shout out to Sholo, even though he keep on dropping liquor every time I see him. He gonna be doing push-ups every time with me.
Another one would be Hulk from Mile High in Denver.
Yes.
Yes. He's got a lot of great knowledge. When I met him, he was open arms, welcome. Just another one of those good presidents you see just good traits about, and that you would be proud to prospect under.
Right.
Anytime I've ever had any questions and I needed to know something, he, for the most part, he's been there, and me and him, him and Solo. When I see these guys at annuals, even if I go by myself, I know that I'm gonna have a good time with them because I'm always gonna end up hanging out with Solo. I'm always gonna end up hanging out with Hulk, and so I got to give those two their props. And then really, last but not least, and I don't even want to say last but not least, but Big R, State Rep California.
Shout out to Big R.
Big R is he's definitely dealt with a lot of my bullshit. Like at times I could be like the Kanye West of Rough Riders, but no, he's got a lot of great knowledge. Like to see him like talk and educate, like and I'll get like prospect tasks. I'll be like, yo, go up. I said, this is my task for you. Go ask Big R what positions on the national board he held, how long he's been a Rough Rider, and just anything just to throw him off his track. And he always knows it's me because it's always usually around the same aspect. And so, but whether he's disciplining you, whether he's educating you, whether he's just providing knowledge, he gives it straight up. And when I came to California, he just he gave a lot of knowledge, and you learn to set with California because California is, Rough Riders started elsewhere, but California is where it really pop, and so and that's California goes hard. That's one of the roughest states and the best states that I've had the pleasure to be a part of. So mad respect for them. And then, and I guess last but not least, maybe Iceman 300.
Big Iceman. Let me show you what this fool just gave me, man.
Oh,
he is working. I got upside down. It's a freaking bat.
Okay.
So he's doing his laser thing.
He's doing a damn great job of it too,
man.
So I went through all my I got 5 pairs of dominoes, like so many paddles, so many cups.
I don't think he sits down. I think every time he see the idea, he just works on it.
He's up at it.
Yeah, he's already at it.
And then he just him being a former Marine, retired Marine, leadership comes natural to him. So those three, Solo, Big R, Iceman 300. When I met them and I saw them, like I was like, it's like greatness. It's like a dream team. Like you see part of the LA Lakers. And so I've been blessed to, learn from all three of them. And yeah, it's just what it is.
Man's at work right here. Look at that. So I got one last picture. I'm gonna slide it in right now because you kind of mentioned him already, but
Murph.
Big Murph, man.
Yeah. So that's my A1 day one. That's my A1 day one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's funny because I will tell you straight up, and I'll call him. I'll tell him. Matter of fact, we're going to find something out right now. Let's see if he'll answer the phone.
Uh-oh. On the air.
I just got off the phone with him before we even started this. Let's see if he'll answer. Probably won't because he's lazy. Probably eating a cold cut or something. Watching games. No, he ain't going to answer. So when me and Murph got it, when I first met Murph, I hated Murph. I hated Murph with a passion.
Wow.
And I didn't hate Murph for Rough Riders. I hated Murph because I knew Murph from a group of motorcycle riders. We used to call ourselves Alaska Superbikes. We weren't a club. We weren't an art riding club. We were just a bunch of guys that used that name and would do meetups and stuff. So, and Murph's he's a damn good rider. Damn good rider. And so, he was the cocky rider. but he ain't getting what he does. And so, you know, I was there from when he became a prospect. You know, I didn't think he was gonna make it because I didn't think he had the lifestyle in him. And then he proved me wrong. And ever since proving me wrong, Murph has had my back since prospects and putting on that vest A1 day one. You know, if I need a travel buddy, he was always down to travel. You know, if I need help moving, I'll tell you a funny story. So you know, Murph saw me crash. He was right behind me when I crashed. You know, we were doing a group ride. And he was one of the first people off his bike, running over to me, make sure I was okay. You know, don't take my helmet off. Don't move me. Like I said, when we had did some there was some shakeup in our chain of command, and so I had taken the responsibility as sergeant at arms temporarily in Alaska for a while. And so we were at a club night, and the club was going south. We just went out to a bar. It was a bar night, and it was like 4 of us, and it was like club was going south. Well, me being a DJ, most bars I can go in the club, I can grab the mic with the DJ, I can rock the crowd. This bar had literally 2 ways in, down the stairs. It was a big ass basement. It was the basement. That's what they called it. The DJ was all the way to the far wall, and it was hell getting out of that. Like if fire happened in there, everybody'd be dead. All right. There was some scuffling. I was getting ready to go on. All I remember is Murphy yoking me up by my vest, pushing me out the door. And I was like, man, I ain't Obama. You don't get the hell up off me. You ain't Secret Service. But since then, Murphy's always been my A1 day one. And I love my brother. That he's the true definition of my brother's my keeper and is always with me. You know, if he needs something, you know, he needs something, I got him. Oh, speaking of the devil, if I need something, hey, watch what you say. You know I hate you, right? Okay. You know I've hated you since day one. Okay. None. Yeah, you're live with Infamous in the podcast, so. What up, Infamous?
Yeah, your voice has made a debut. We gotta bring the body to them on podcast.
So he showed a picture of us. Remember my old driveway with the R's that we got from Vegas?
Yes, sir.
So he showed that picture. So
okay.
I told him he's my A1 day one. It's my ride or die brother. So
like I said, from Alaska to Colorado to Vegas to Phoenix to Cali and everywhere in between, this man has had my back from the fullest. If I had a place to lay my head, he was there. If I was hungry, he was there. Man, 9 days in Cali. All that motorcycle, man. That's all I got to do was ride his bike. His ZX14. You know, I flew in there from, where was I, Colorado?
Yep.
I just left the Colorado Annual. The very next week, it flew out to Riverside, California. At his bike, man. He, no questions asked. Just tossed me the keys, said, have fun.
Nice.
You know, I mean, took me up and down to Southern California, down to where we go, LA.
We went and saw where Paul Walker passed away. Like, and I ran his ass, like splitting lanes and everything. Like, we put that work in though. So, like I said, this is my A1 day one. Hopefully, we're gonna get him on the podcast here soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right, man. Y'all be safe, man.
Yep.
All right, brother.
So, yeah. So, as you can see, it just like always had my back. You know, like I said, he borrowed my bike. I borrowed his bike. After my crash, his bike was the first bike I got back on, and he was like, "You ain't never gonna know you want to do this or not unless you get back on the bike." And I was like, "I ain't ready, bro." He threw me his keys, like, "Get on the bike, ride." And
peer pressure is a motherfucker, ain't it?
It is. Oh, bro, it is. You just don't know. So yeah, that's where me and Murphy's at. Like, you know, I wish he could have been my line brother, but you know what? He in my heart, he is my line brother because he's done just as much, if not more.
That's how close Charlotte is. Like, so now I know you got one work ready. I know it. And Murph Friday in it. So, what's your favorite or most memorable Rough Rider moment you witnessed?
Woo.
Now you got 6 years, so I know you got a couple.
Yeah. Honestly, so it wasn't even focused about being Rough Riders, but when we did the Martin Luther King March about 2 years ago now,
Yeah.
that was shout out to Nola Goblins for taking care of us. That was a damn good event, even if it wasn't an annual. It was just, I never think I'd see the Washington Monument. I never thought I would be there. Like, I've got some great pictures of me just looking behind the crowd.
I was going to use one of those pictures. And I was like, you know what? That's real special. I'm not going to touch that one. I'm going to touch that one.
Dude,
I'm going to say this. That's the first time we met.
Yeah. And that was an awesome experience, dude. Like, and I had gotten to meet so many names that I hadn't seen on Facebook, so many people I chatted with on posts, so even Messenger, I got to meet there in person. So that was a memorable event. And not only that, honestly, Alaska's first annual. So I don't know if you know that I was still part of Alaska chapter when they had their very first annual, and I was the business manager at the time. And dude, I worked we all worked our ass off on that annual, but I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in that, to the point like I got sick right after annual. So to plan the annual, to crash on the annual, then to send everybody home, and then you get like just deathly exhausted sick. Like, and I mean, it wasn't deathly, but I was like exhausted sick for a couple of days. Like, lost my voice, like just had the crud, because I wanted people who would never even dream to come to Alaska, or would think it would be far-fetched to come to Alaska, to come here and experience greatness. Tangerine, my sister from Wisconsin, Fox Cities, her and Jinx came, and they enjoyed themselves. Logic's Miss Irrelevant.
I don't. If I remember, I think Secrets from New Hampshire was there.
Logic's, Casper, and I'm shooting last one. I can't remember.
Y'all had a good turnout.
We did.
Had a good turnout.
I mean, just for the people to come, and then they got to experience things that they wouldn't normally do. Like, I took them to the Sea Life Center. We took them to the Sea Life Center. Like, I did a song and dance and a jig for the Sea Life Center manager. Was like, these people are up here visiting Alaska. What are the chances we can get to go down to one of the pens and they can actually, like, and this is shit that either you pay hundreds of dollars to do, or they just don't let you do. And they got to see a seal up close, and all the little wildlife that like tourists who were paying $50 a pop to come to the Sea Life Center didn't get a chance to do that. All saying, hey, next time you have a gala or a charity event, if you need some donator, you need somebody to do security, you need some help putting it together, like, we will volunteer time for that. And they got to experience that, to experience the land of the midnight sun, where the sun never sets in summertime. They got a damn good, great experience. And so that was one of my most favorable events. Like I said, those two right there, just because I never thought I'd get to go to Washington. I never thought I'd be, in the I Had a Dream speech. I never thought I'd get to experience that,
Yeah, your picture is on it, bro. It's a picture where Y is right there. You're like not that far behind Y. It's like, remember, I couldn't come because I had to work, so I was pissed off already. So I was like, oh, I got right up here. Everybody got to tell you about the march and all that shit. But I mean, it was a good turnout. I made sure I act like I was there. I was on everybody live, including yours. And so, I mean, that's speaking of something. You like to do this live when you got a prospect. Yeah, I'm bringing this up. And it don't matter where you at. You gotta have a live with at least one or two prospects. What made you come with that idea to put the shine on the prospects?
So I first started that in Tri-City, Arizona, Lake Havasu, and the very first prospect was Retain out of San Diego. She was a prospect then, and so one of the biggest things about being a DJ is you got to public fucking speak. People don't know, when I started DJing, I was horrible on the mic, bro. Horrible. My mic skills were rough. And I would DJ at clubs and a strip club, and I would literally have to get faded before I would do any of it. Like, I would have to go hit the bottle outside a couple times and then get up there and just start talking. And a lot of prospects suffer because they got 20 members around them, and the members are in their face, and they're distracting them, and they're trying to get them to say their creed, because it's the creed now. What's their creed?
It's still model to me.
It's still
I'm that
everybody
old
says
people.
that. But
I'm
no,
that old people.
And I want people. I was like, dude, the only way you're gonna get over that shit is if you just fucking just do it just like that when people are in your face, and just don't be afraid about it. And I've never been one to try to talk them down, or you're gonna mess this up, or just some of the stuff that other people do. That's just not me. So let's put you on the spot. You know your motto. How well you know your motto? You know what? Don't look at anybody when you say your motto. Just say that shit as loud as you can. If you mess up, we'll start over. We'll do it again. If you need help, we'll start over. We'll do it with you. I'm not gonna down you. I ain't gonna make you do push-ups. I don't make prospects do push-ups. You know why? Because you don't learn nothing by beating your face in the ground. You just don't.
Okay, I'm old school because actually, I was a strong prospect. So
hey.
let's let you know.
And I mean, but I did push-ups, and I was like, that me beating my face ain't gonna help me keep my motto. Mm-hmm. What it is somebody working with me, constantly, because I've seen members learn your motto. Are you gonna say the motto with them? Are you gonna call them every day? Hey, let's go to motto together. Call me, on your 15-minute break. And I've had people do that. I ain't endorsing this, but my line brother, Byrne, who you saw, you know how I learned my motto? Driving 375 miles with trailering members' bikes and smoking weed and saying it in the car for 6 hours. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, and that's how I learned mine. And that's like, you got to have somebody there with you. So I feel the prospect knows it or feels that they know it. If you ain't been to an annual yet, the only way you're going to feel confident is if you get out there and get put on Johnny on the spot. I have a big following. Well, it was on Facebook. Now that I'm rebuilding my Facebook, on Instagram, I got a following. So let's run that shit. Let's see how you do. If you mess up, it's all good. Shout out to Rogue Rivers prospect, Q-Ball. I just put him on the spot like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. 2.5 weeks ago. Okay. And so he messed up. And I was like, you know what? It's okay. Because you're like 15 days in. And the simple fact that you know what you know within 15 days, I've known prospects who've been 370-something days in and didn't know half the stuff.
Yeah. It's, people are different. Some people that can learn that whole thing in a week, and some people would take them a whole year. So hell, let me say it. I'll say it on air. It's some Rough Riders that don't even know it. Period.
People don't know it. They be like,
while they saying they're reading it like,
yep.
So
or they mumbling the words, looking like
I mumble when I'm drunk. I go admit it. I mumble when I got too much salt. I swear, you know what? Be honest with you, Phoenix, I was mumbling. I had all the halls and all that shit. I was right behind Spider, and I was like, "Yo, here, take some halls because your voice is carrying my voice right now." I know you're trying to go. So, if y'all see me at the event, I'm the halls guy because y'all gonna lose y'all voice, especially if it's a good fucking event. You having fun, we all lose our voice. So I'm the halls guy. Just let you know. So,
you need to get your own pack, Rough Rider halls.
Right, I'm about to make a design with that one. The halls division. So my next question is, how has Rough Riders changed since your day one? Since you first put on the prospect uniform to now, 6 years in, how much has it changed so far?
To be honest, we had a lot of growth. We've had a lot of not growth. But I look at the positive. I'm trying to look at the positive. I look at all the new chapters we've opened. As far as I know, which I don't, I'm not 100% history buff. I haven't learned of any chapters falling. But not gonna say we haven't had any, but we have chapters now where we thought we would never have chapters. We have a chapter in Oregon. Shout out to Rogue River, the president of Scarfier, and all of Rogue River. They said we would never have a Rough Rider chapter in Oregon, ever.
In fact, he called me. I don't know what chapter he was before, but I think it was somewhere in Cali.
Colorado Springs.
Okay. So he inboxed me, not called me, inboxed me, and said, "Hey, I'm about to see if I can open a chapter in Oregon." I was like, "In Oregon?" Like Oregon, like Oregon, Portland, all that shit. He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh shit." go for it. You know, I think he was asking around for everybody. Like I think he talked to a lot of people about that. And once he said he got it open, I saw a couple. I think me and you saw a couple in Oakland, the prospects. I was like, oh, this is real. This is real. I think it was 2 of them. I don't know it was more.
Yeah,
so,
it was 3. It was 3 or 4. I know they had Sparkles, they had Thirsty, they had Wheezy, and I think they had Broken. I think those are the ones that were there. And now they're all vested members. Like I said, I stayed with them during the weekend for Blazing, and so we got time to break bread with them and get some information and just find out how they're doing and one of the presidents of the dominant clubs out of Portland, I was with the Scarface when he met with them, and he was like, yeah, we're proud the Rough Riders are here. Like, he was like, we're proud the Rough Riders are here. We hate that they're all the way down in Medford, but we're looking for a Portland chapter to open here soon. So to hear, like I said, everybody was like, Oregon would never have a chapter. Idaho's got 2 chapters now. They got Cornwall and Boise. They said we never get a chapter in Idaho. Ever. Sucks that some of the people who helped start that chapter aren't with us anymore. One of those chapters isn't with us anymore. But those are 2 states they said we would never be Rough Riders in. We got what's next? North Dakota, South Dakota. I mean, I'm North Dakota, South Dakota, but
I mean, it bring more exposure to their town and stuff. So I mean, like the Idaho, I think what's her name? Reflections. I think that's her name. I think it's Reflections. I saw her in Oakland. I know I saw her in Oakland. But I didn't really get a chance to take a picture with her because she was moving. Like she was moving. I thought I was moving. She was moving. But she just posted something that was personal to her about her life. I was like, you know what? I think I should try to get her on this podcast, and I'm going to reach out to her. But yeah, Idaho.
Yeah, you better get the women because I saw somebody comment like, "Where women Rough Riders at?" Infamous.
Yeah. But see the thing, you know what? Since I'm going to answer that right now. I tried, and every time someone say they schedule and all that stuff, like now, not to sound sexist, but y'all females, y'all be having plans. I don't want to like say, "Hey, do my podcast, smoke your pants." It's cool. Don't worry. I will make the announcement of who's coming. I got
a recommendation about one who I know will do it and put it on the spot. And I will see her, September? I'll see her ass later this month. I say Tropics from Hawaii. Yo, if I'm my sister Tropics. And the reason why I say this is because I've known Tropics when she was a hang around. She was just hanging around. She wasn't a hang around. And she was like, why aren't you on the line? You come to our annuals, why aren't you getting it? Nah. I'm cool with just hanging around. And then boom, all of a sudden she sent me a text message. Guess what I did, Black? I was like, who the fuck is this? Oh, it says Hawaii. What's up? And she sent me a picture of her prospect shirt. And I was like, work that shit, girl. So shout out to my girl Tropics.
Definitely. Just Tropics. I'm trying to get the rest of this year because I'm going to do something real big for 2023. A little different. So I'll put more news on that later. This is not about me. This is about you, brother. So I got. This is a good question. Bam. Any advice for the next generation? You got a lot of newbies coming. A lot of people prospecting. A lot of people just get invested. They don't know their first year. You still a prospect. You got the vest on.
You are on probation. I just told this to people. It's like, yo, bro, just because you just got that vest doesn't mean you still ain't on probation.
Right.
Really, I would tell people to keep the same energy that you had when you prospected. And that's just because we all know the story. We've seen too many times people, they get the vest and then you don't see them anymore. Or, where you been? Or they want the best. They put the work in to get the best and they want to do the things. They don't want to do the chapter events. They don't want to go out, got out of state annuals. And, because, from what I understand, or at least in my chapter, my current chapter, is we have a mandatory. You have to go to a mandatory 2 out-of-state events before you get your vest. Like, and you just don't see people doing that. And really, I would say, and I'm not saying this to be derogatory, is, and this goes to members too. If you bring somebody in, stop hiding your friends behind you and let them not do prospect stuff. Like, that is one of my biggest pet peeves is you get a prospect who think they're above because, you know, they best friend is they PM, or they best friend is the sergeant of their chapter because they brought them in. So, well, my PM said I never to do that. It's like, dude, that's not how this works. Like,
right.
Like, it really just, yeah.
I told somebody this, and I made sure this was I'd like to say this real good. This was a husband and wife situation. And, you know, she was prospecting. He was like, listen, I'm going to say this in front of your husband. He's not going to protect you. But don't let nobody disrespect you.
Was this at Oakland?
Yes. In fact,
it was Blackfoot.
She just got vested. Yes.
Oh, okay. Then it wasn't Blackfoot.
She was with Callie. She's Callie. She got vested right after, I think they did the prayer that morning before the riot.
Oh, Scene and his wife.
Yeah.
Oh shit, what's her name?
I forgot her riot name already.
Hang on, it'll come to me. But yeah, I know.
Yeah. So this is the night before that, and I said, listen, there's two things. He's your husband, but we're all family here.
Exactly.
You know? So if someone do cross that line and be disrespectful, then yeah, he got to do his husband duties and blah, blah, blah. But if we ask you to do something, don't look at him. You know, and say,
right.
And
we've had that too much. We've had that too much. In like I said, we had that in my chapter. We had a prospect manager and a prospect who were married, and it was like, hey, he ain't always here to protect you, but we're here to protect you, and we're not gonna let anybody disrespect you. Right. And so TCB, that's her name. Taking care of business.
Yes.
So
I don't know how I forgot that because I like that fucking name.
I just you know, I gotta go back and look. There's so many Rough Riders, like so many, and there's so many variations of name. And out of that, encourage your new booties, encourage your PMs and your chapter to come up with some unique names. Remember, the rules and regulations say there's no variation of names. That means there can't be no infamous the champion.
Oh God.
Blackness.
There's a reason why I'm infamous the champ. Because when I found out there's another infamous, I'm like, oh hell no. Yeah. I'm like, So they, everybody saw used to me with the belt. I was like, okay, infamous the champ. I'm gonna call that.
I ain't gonna lie. Like when I came in, I took a straight. I was like, look, my daughter was born in 2007. Since 2008, I've gone by Blaque. I've been going by DJ Blaque. I am not about to come, but you are not about to call me Kit Kat or Snickers or no weird name. Like I was like, I'm sorry if it ain't Blaque or DJ Blaque, I can't do it. I was like, I apologize. And yeah, I
know Snickers,
bro. Like, and I making fun of nobody's name, so I was just like, yo, I can't remember your name. Like I have Kenneth Monday through Friday 9 to 5. Now Blaque after 5 o'clock until I go to work. Like I can't have a third name. It's not fucking work. And so shout out to my PM at the time, and the presidential team that I had. They're like, all right, we understand. No other name. So, but no, encourage the people to come up with some unique names and make them check your name to see if somebody else has that name. I'm so tired of seeing like 8 versions of. There's 2 Murphs, by the way. There's East Coast Murph.
Yeah.
And there's Murph.
Murph was in my chapter.
Okay, so he met him. I can't remember where we were when he met him. I think we were in
Atlanta.
Okay, Murph was like, what the hell?
Trust me, I was right there. I was laughing my ass off because if you remember what we did before that, we can't talk about it. But
yeah,
what we did before that, and I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be interesting. So I made sure they stayed in the right area. He was like, what should they? He's like, Murph. I'm like, oh shit, this is interesting. I had my son next to me. I'm like, that was funny,
like, damn. Hey, shout out to Atlanta though. Yo, next year can we get a Magic City tour or something like that?
Are you saying you're coming to Atlanta on January?
I ain't saying nothing yet.
Yeah. You know what though? I would definitely. I might be going there because funds looking like Kevin Hart right now. So I might be going to.
Wait, what? Rich, short, black,
like short, yeah, short, and in black range. So so I might have to stay my finances to go to Atlanta, but I might put that in the air. Like, you know what y'all should do for a meet and greet?
Magic City.
Now that don't mean I'm gonna have 1,000 ones on me, but if we come collective,
hey, like we're singing 5,000 singles. Like, what's his name?
Shit, I might need that shit. I might need me a damn Tylenol, son. I don't know tomorrow, the next morning, but I'm like, unfortunately, I usually do the toast right now, but I we got more time, bro. You're not doing nothing, right?
Nah, bro.
I got
the seal of the seal of Black behind me. That's all I'm doing.
All right. So I got some more questions. We can keep going.
Ask away.
Speaking of like the DJ, so is there anywhere outside of Alaska or Cali that you actually DJ'd at?
Yeah. So I DJ'd at Lake Havasu. Okay, Lake Havasu. I've DJ'd in Washington, several smaller clubs, Gig Harbor, something outside of Tacoma. Shit, where else have I DJ'd at? Calm down. Yeah,
I think he's trying to remind you, like, remind you.
Oh, he can open range, man. He got a whole outdoors that he can go out and play. You trying to say hi? Trying to get in the picture, but all in the video.
First dog to make it to the podcast.
All in the video. And he's branded. His name is Hilo, and it says Dog DJ Blaque.
Nice. So he's not even look at the camera. He's like, nope, not doing it.
Not doing it.
He's like, nope, I'm not doing it. Doing it. They can see pictures of me. They're not gonna see me on this damn TV screen.
And honestly, I've had offers. It's just like when the offers come, like it's like I've done Vegas. I've done a nightclub off the strip, and then I've done a little restaurant that they turned into a little fucking nightclub and it was actually in it used to be the Quad, but it's something else now. Okay. Middle of the strip. And so
yeah. I gotta make a way to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas.
Never
in my life.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Never. Me and my wife been talking about it, but I gotta get her fear of flying first out the way. Yeah.
Hey, tell her doctor give her Xanax. That's all she needs. Xanax to calm her down, get her on the flight, put her out. Before you know it, you be there.
I swear I do a damn B.A. Baracus on her ass. And she wake up. I swear to goodness.
Oh, no!
Right. Wake up. Oh, I had a dream we was in a plane like we was.
You would think somebody who doesn't like so it's not that I don't like flying. I don't like takeoffs. I don't like landings. So usually I'm asleep before we take off.
Okay.
And I fly everywhere. Like I'm all over the place. Nah. Get on that flight, and I'll be out, and then wake up right before they start serving snacks. Like, hey, that's what's up. I need 2 shots. Yep.
Right. Just bring it here. I got the rest of it. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got this one because, brother, I just saw the video while I was looking for these pictures. You talked to one of my hometown buddies, my hometown here. Redman did a freaking advertisement for you.
Yo. Okay.
How did that come out, bro? I mean, how did you arrange that to happen?
I didn't. Okay, so back when COVID was still popping and nobody was club DJing, everybody was getting on Twitch, doing stuff on Twitch. Yeah. One of my homegirls, she lives in New York, and she was like, "Hey, I won't be able to see your first Twitch show. I'm sorry." She's like, "But I got something special for you." And I was like, "Something special? Like something getting delivered at my house? Because California, you get Amazon the next day." Right. And she's like, "No." She goes, "You'll see it in the morning." I was like, "Okay." So I woke up to the video, and I was like, "How the fuck did she get Redman to say my name?" Somebody told me she paid for it, which if she did, I'm blessed to have somebody who loved me enough to pay me to get Redman to do a little advertisement for me. So,
Right.
but yeah, that when I got that, like I woke up, was like, is that Redman? Damn, Redman look old. I was like, but yo, and I was blessed to have it. And so, and I ran when everybody seen that, was like, yo, how'd you do that? I was like, I didn't do it. A friend got it for me, and I was just humble as hell to have it. Like,
bro, I think I remember seeing the video, but when I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck? How did he get Redman?"
He was like, Redman in the fucking building. DJ Blaque, you an asshole. I was like,
right.
Yo. I was like,
he said that shit like y'all knew. He's like y'all was buddies. Like y'all knew. I'm like, this fuck, how he get Redman? And Redman, you see this on YouTube. I still want my $100. But you know, no, that's a long story. He probably don't remember it. I was like 13. He was just getting to the game. Just, you know, he still was around Newark, so he knows exactly what I'm talking about. You smoke weed, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So that was cool though. I saw it like, yo, that was awesome. That's awesome.
And that's like another thing. Like I don't care what people say about me, what they think about me. If you really want to know about me, come ask yourself. I'll tell you. Am I asshole? At times I am. But am I a humble individual? Why, yes, I am. Because no matter if I'm given something, I'm blessed with something, I have the opportunity to do something, you know, I'm super humble about it because I know I'm a God-fearing man. I'm a God-loving man. I know at any point in time, the Lord above can take me away. I know at any time the Lord above can take away the blessings that I have. And the devil be testing, be testing on a daily basis, bro. You just don't know. But I'm humble. I'm humble toward this best. And I ain't just saying that, like literally, like Rough Riders is part of my life. Like, as you can see, I have this tattooed on me, you know. And that's one thing that I think about all the time is like when you see people leave, like why they leave, you know. I don't ever want to leave, you know. I want to see this through and through. If Rough Riders folds in 10 years, I want to be part of it for the 10 years that it's here, and I want to see it through and through. And I think this is something that I really want to share. Stop it, dude. Go in bed and play with that. I think people forget this all the time is we have a lot of people who have animosity towards other individuals in this that try their hardest to take this away from people. And for what? So they can be miserable. Like we're supposed to be brothers and sisters, and you trying so hard to get rid of somebody for what reason? Like, and sadly, it happens too much, you know. Yeah. You hear about it all the time. We all know at least one person who's gone through it or going through it or have been through it. And I think certain people don't realize that, like, if somebody's trying that hard to change your opinion of somebody else, you need to stop and ask and think, what did they do? We all posted fucking memes. I'm gonna speak on it. Now have I posted a meme? Oh, now y'all take y'all money. That's my Hawaiian Airbnb. You have been charged. Oh, now you want your money. You didn't want your money yesterday, but now you want it.
Oh yeah, don't worry. If they don't get the day, they go get it tomorrow. So.
Oh yeah, they got that shit. No, it's like, why do we do this to each other? You know, don't be afraid to talk. You know, don't be a pillow talker. Don't be, you know, if you say you got hands and you want to run them hands with those individuals. Take your vest off, go do what you got to do, settle your business, and put it back home. Like
we're not advertising that. But
no, I'm just saying, we have so many people with so much animosity that and I've seen members leave because they had members that they both loved, couldn't stop the animosity and work together. And so that's another thing that I want to share to new booties. Like, yo, if you got members who are coming in trying to automatically change your perspective on somebody you don't even know, that should be a problem.
Yes.
Or if they tell you, hey, Johnny Smith owes me $500, and I don't mess with Johnny Smith because of that, and you shouldn't be Johnny Smith's friend either, well, then go ask Johnny Smith. Hey, this is what I heard. I mean, I'm gonna tell you Johnny Smith's gonna say, yeah, I owe him $500. But be your own man, do your own research, be your own person. Like, and that's why I tell people all the time. Just because you don't like him, don't mean I ain't gonna like him. If y'all got animosity, the last thing I'm gonna try to do is put y'all in the same position, in the same place. I'm gonna try to keep it cordial, you know.
Yeah.
And that's That's what I want to see. Is I want to stop losing brothers and sisters because of that. I want to stop people. I want people to stop using Rough Riders for their personal agendas. And somebody just posted, just because we wear the same vest don't mean you're brother or sister. No, but we wear the same fucking vest. So you ain't gotta like me, but you should at least respect me enough to understand that we on the same team.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I think I said this on my live somewhere when I said, listen, if you can't get along, at least be cordial, say what up, and then we'll go your own separate way. But when it goes down, remember, it's a couple of people in my family I don't talk to. But if it goes sideways, they know they got that crazy nephew, cousin, brother that come in, like, all right, and take care of business, and then walk away like, all right,
that's all it is. Make sure you okay, and then and walk away from that. And that's the way it should be,
Right.
And so I say that to new members, old members, prospects, potential prospects, hang-arounds, the babies who ain't even born yet that might see this 5-10 years from now and eventually want to be a Rough Rider. Like
to the young riders now.
The young riders.
That's the name, young riders. To the young riders now. Hey, when you upgrade to this R, same rules apply. All right.
Amen.
You're not the prospect no more because you're young riders, so you upgrade. Same rules apply. God damn it.
Is that what it is? They don't prospect. They go straight.
I gotta look into that. I don't want to come over here and try to put some negative or wrong information. But I saw it. The first time I saw it was when I was in New York, and then the second time was at X funeral. So then I saw the situation how they was promoting it, and I saw Swiss had a video or something.
Yeah, that just came out.
Right. So I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? And that was strong. It was like YR. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, cool. So I know they got a section on the website. So I'm gonna look at it and learn about it instead of trying to give my own opinion on something.
Because bro, you come with the knowledge quick. You get the knowledge quick. You come with the knowledge quick. So like, and as you know, I've supported you day one to anything you've done, because we need more people like you. We need good people. We just need more people like you.
I'll tell you right now, you would have saw me at least 6 years ago. You like, oh, this motherfucker got to leave. He got to go. Listen. When I say this, I mean this with a ball heart. It took years to get where I'm at right now. I was happy to be a Rough Rider, but at the same time, I was just how you saying, you're trying too much, too fast. You're trying to make it something else, blah, blah, blah. And then I get miserable if they start cursing out, blah, blah, like, you can't do this. They're like, who the fuck you tell me I can't do that? No, I don't give a what your title is. I kind of still don't, but I respect, respect is different now. So I tell people that, like, yo, you're not going to, listen, I've been through it. I've been through the point when they wanted me out. I've been through this and all this stuff. Stay in your lane. Enjoy your time. Make it fun for you. And trust me, you make it fun for you, people go see another side of you. And they want to enjoy that fun and blah, blah, and stuff. And now, and what's making it worse is, bro, I don't ride. So I got to find something to make my ass stick out. Because being just standard is not me. I'm sorry. I'm far from being standard, people. I'm telling you right now. So,
let's flip it just a little bit. Let me be the host. Let me interview you. Is it because you don't want to ride, or you just can't ride, or you're not coordinated enough? Because not everybody's meant to ride. I know some people who can ride, who it scares the shit out of them, so they don't ride.
It's a little bit of I can't ride because my accident. I had a lot, you get that settlement, and stuff. So if they see me on a bike, if you ever look at my pictures, I'm always I'm standing next to it. I never fake the funk and sit on the bike and say, yeah, I want, because that could come back to bite me in the ass and say, oh, he was on a bike and they want their money back.
Yeah. And
secondly, it is a little bit of fear. I'll put it out there. It's a little bit of fear because these people, especially in Virginia, don't know how to drive. I'm telling you this right now. My wife is right here. She could testify to this. It's an accident almost twice or 2 times a week down the street from me. Like, these people cannot drive. And that's like top 5 way people die in Virginia. It's most like accidents. So hell, even my former president, he had an accident a couple months ago because someone cut him off. Lucky he had his helmet on and he had some gear on, and he was all right. So it's a little bit of that too. But I always stick out, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? And you always have, whether it be your designs, whether it be your vest, your t-shirts, whatever, you bring something to it. And that's just what it is. You know, you're not just an individual wearing a vest just to have a vest. You bring something to this. And that's what that was the whole idea about behind the standard and the street team. You know, I don't like calling anybody standard, really. I don't like to say, well, I'm part of the motorcycle division, you're standard, or I'm car and truck, or I'm dog. We are rough riders.
Yes.
We are rough riders. And so thank you for sharing, because I never knew. Like, I was like, well, maybe niggas just don't want a bike. Like,
no. I had one. I had one. And once that accident happened, because the thing was, my chapter at the time, which I was in New Jersey, the only person that knew I ride was my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And only a certain occasion I ride with my vest, because they couldn't see my face. I had my helmet on, blah, blah, blah. They never knew. And I was going to surprise them it was right after Myrtle. I was going to surprise them. We were going to get ready for our hood ride. And that car accident just took me out. Whole left side was numb. I didn't remember. I was concussed. They said I was going hysterical. I don't remember it, blah, blah, blah. And I can still feel the pain right now. You see me moving around a lot because it's hard for me to get comfortable and stuff. So yeah, it's that. It's the settlement. But I got a loophole. I do got a loophole. I'll say it on live. I'm going to give me a slingshot.
I was gonna say that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not a bike.
Yeah, I mean, it counts. So I see they got a little. I made it fun of it. I said slingshot division because it seemed like a lot of people got them. So
a lot of people are getting them. Either that or trikes. I mean, but a trike's a bike, so you can't do that. But yeah,
right.
Get your slingshot. Or I mean, if you can find what is it, T-Rex? I mean, they can kind of.
Man, yeah. I saw. In fact, Scorp was on here. If you saw the 3-hour show, he was talking about it. He was talking about his T-Rex. So he was talking about that. I was like, damn, it might be good too. He showed it on the group page. And I'm thinking about a lot of things right now. It's just, of course, financially getting my money back up, and then I'll be back on the road again. Don't worry. I miss hood rides. I don't even go on hood rides because it would tempt me. I don't like listen. I'm probably the only person that don't like cars and hood rides. I do not because when the bikes go, then the car's trying to catch up, and then you got these other cars that's getting in the way. Like, you're not part of the hood ride. Blah blah.
They block you. Yeah.
Right. I like, nah. It's not. That's not. I don't like that. I'll meet y'all there. You know. I'll meet y'all there.
I'm going a long way.
Yeah, I'll meet y'all around. I'm going around all of this. I'll meet y'all there. Don't worry about it. So, but you know what, bro? I think this is a good way we're gonna end it right here. But I don't think do you got anything to drink? We usually do a toast.
Hold up.
We usually do a toast. And while he do that, I gotta change the bottle that I got. Y'all saw Pepsi. I gotta change the bottle now. All right. Stay tuned. I will be doing before we do the toast. I see if he got anything to plug. And then I'm going to plug some events, and then give y'all the next lineup.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Before we do the toast, do you have anything you want to plug? Any events? Any shows you gonna be DJing that you want people to be around or come see you do your thing?
Really nothing I'm doing. I got some special news that is coming up. I can't really say it yet.
Ooh.
It's on the low and low. I'll drop it here. Will be in September, maybe October. I'll say it.
All right.
We'll see. But no, like I said, just I love this shit. You know, we say that I love this shit, and I do.
Yes.
And all I want everybody to just be happy, love this shit. If you somewhere you got an annual, you see somebody you don't know, stop, say something to them. Don't be stuck up about it. Like,
introduce yourself, damn it. With family.
What I got is we got a little bit of Crown.
Ooh, that's regular or peach?
This salted caramel.
Okay.
And then we were talking about the man himself. Got my
I know what it is. Oh,
yeah.
You got the big one.
Ice man.
All right, I got mine is downstairs. I can't go down there and get it, but I got my shot glass.
So my quote on the back of his is right, wrong, good or bad, heaven, hell. I think that is the theme of my life. I think you have to know both in order to honestly choose one. So I'm familiar with both sides of the fence. Is a good saying from the dog. RP to the dog.
Yes. Rest in peace. So what we toasting, bro? What we toasting?
We toasting hard work, dreams come true, bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
Shout out to Scott Hall.
Scott Hall.
Right there. Always catch you right there. I don't care where I'm at. All right, brother. I appreciate your time.
I do want to say I'm blessed to be on this. I appreciate you. Appreciate the podcast. Shout out to all the Rough Riders before me. Shout out to all the Rough Riders after me. Hit me up on Facebook. I just got to do Facebook because, I was getting suspended for stupid stuff. Matter of fact, my last 30-day suspension was, you were like, we about to do this. We about to tear some shit up. Facebook was like, you've been blocked for violating community. I was like, I just said tear some shit up. Like, Facebook. So now I'm under Katie Swayzer. It's Rough Rider Blaque on Instagram, DJ Blaque Snapchat. I am DJ Blaque on Instagram. Reach out, holler at me. I'm down to meet more people. Always looking more to meet people. Something you won't know is I suffer from social anxiety at times, and I can be an introvert. You may not think that, but I do. So if I don't reach out to you guys, it's not because I don't want to know you. I don't care. I'm socially awkward at times. So fun fact.
Nothing wrong with that sometimes, but appreciate it, bro. We will see each other again. I don't know when, but we'll see each other photo time always.
Hey, I mean, they call me the pull-up king for a reason because I just pull up on people. Like, so I'll be in your neck of the woods, and
he the pull-up king. I'm on team on the way, so you know, you know what it is. All right, brother. Be safe out there. Do what you gotta do. I already know what you gotta do.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Late. And that's my brother right there, DJ Blaque. Appreciate him. So let me do some plugs before I get out of here, and then I'm going to show y'all the next lineup. Very interesting lineup. So the plugs that we got left tonight, as I'm speaking to you right now, New Orleans is rocking right now. New Orleans is doing a thing. I know my brother Spider is happy that his hometown is hosting, but not his home state is hosting. So I know he's doing his thing. I think South Carolina was canceled. I don't know if I see that every fucking time. Also, this weekend is the R1 weekend in Vegas. That is Rough Riders and No One Stunners. If you in Vegas, have fun, be safe. Next weekend is a huge weekend. It's 3 events happening. If you're around the area or if you're going, have a fucking good time. It's Charlotte. Right now, I'm still planning on the meet and greet. This is my wife's weekend, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen there. The Zoo, Michigan. Shout out to Checkmate for coming all the way down to Virginia. Hang out with your brother. Hang out with everybody in Virginia. Showing that love. I think she's in New Orleans right now too. And Tri-City, Arizona is going to be rocking next weekend. Shout out to all the Tri-City Rough Riders that we know and love. And the next weekend is Hawaii. Hawaii is going to end September off and bring in October. So have some fun there. I know a lot of people from Cali going there. Let's do it big for Hawaii. I might have to talk to sis on that one. See if she gonna come in. I don't have no other events, so let's check out the lineup for my next podcast. I think this is gonna be the last. This is the last podcast of September. So the next lineup is gonna start in October, and I'm starting with a double hanger banger. I got big chucks. Y'all say y'all wanted females. Well, I'm gonna start with a female that ground and pound. Big Chucks is coming on October 1st. But when I say I got back to back, y'all know what I mean. I mean by back to back, I mean I got the next day. I got Word One, and me and Word One's gonna chop it up. He just had a successful event, the same weekend we had ours. I gotta talk about that shiny ass vest he had. We gonna really chop it up. With Word One. The next one is on October the 8th. Got my brother Blade, ATL, stand the fuck up. We're gonna chop it up, get with him, and of course it's football season, so I know he's gonna be high up on his Tennessee Volunteers, but we're gonna chop it up with him. After that, we got the legend himself, JB. Detroit, stand the fuck up. Y'all requested this man. He said no. He said no problem. He's coming on October 15th, which I'm probably still celebrating my birthday, which is October 12th. So we go to have some learning experience for me because he's one of the OGs. And we go skip. Now I'm still questioning about October 22nd because that's Florida. I don't know if I'm going to do a podcast there or I just go do a video and just edit it together or some way, or just have fun there and just do a video like I always do. But the very next week, I got Auntie. I got Big Sis. I got my love. Pookie. Pookie's October 29th. So I started with a female and I ended with a female. Or should I say I started with my sis from the West and I ended off with my sister in the East. So it's a lot there. And me and Pookie was down with me ever since I was a prospect. She watched me grow all these great hair on my chinny chin, and I can't wait for that. But I got November too. November might not be a lot of podcasts either, but I do got two guests, and guess what? They're both my sisters. One is goddamn, she got requested a lot. This is gonna be good. She was born in Jersey though, so this definitely gonna be good. But she's down in Atlanta. She helped, she was one of the members in Atlanta. A lot of history there, especially coordinating all those murder events that we still talk about to this day. Rough one. I try to say the rough one. Can't wait to talk to her. And I hope she don't. It's actually why it took me so long to put on the show. But she agreed. So she's going to be here on November 5th. And then my second ever face-to-face while I'm home in the Garden State of New Jersey. I got Miss Bartender. We gonna chop it up. She become one of my favorite sisters. Pretty much, there's a bunch of them, but she's become one that she's outgoing. She's fun. If you ever been around her, you know what I mean. We gonna do a face to face probably in the lobby of the host hotel, probably. And we gonna talk about her journey. Her show that she do on Facebook Live, and I will talk to her because she should do it on StreamYard or something like that. Get on and called T Chronicles. So we're gonna talk about that. I think she do that with Kobe from Miami. So that's gonna be good. That's gonna be fun. And that's all I got for November because after that is Black Tigers. Black Tigers. I don't know if I'm gonna do a show there. I will let y'all know. But this is all I got for the lineup, and I can't wait. Because then I got to work on December, see how I'm going to end that off. And I'll probably do a special year in review at the end of December, probably after Christmas, depending on what day Christmas is on, and start planning on something big for 2023. I will give y'all more details than that. So again, I must thank DJ Blaque for coming on. I already did a list of who's up next. I'm not having a show next week, but the following week will be Big Chuck. Shout out to my sister for coming on. Shout out to Soldier Girl for putting me on and said, "Where about the ladies?" Well, the ladies are coming. So until then, I'm your boy. I'm your bro. I'm your everything. Infamous the champ. I will see y'all when I see you. And it could be soon. Peace.